Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 30th of September. We have some new mods. We don't have any updates today. The GNU 700 by Emerson Dentino popped back on yesterday after I finished the video, so I think I adjusted it, amended it for yesterday's video. Sorry for the lateness of the posting of this mod review. I've had builders in doing some work on guttering and stuff today, so I had to wait till they were gone. They were making quite a bit of noise. In front of me, we've got the Brick House for Dogs. This is by Team IWMM. 2.78 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. This will cost you 800, and you'll find it under placeables and animal pens. We've had a few of these. I think it was yesterday. Did we have a dog house yesterday? I think so. This is just a brick design one instead. So under placeables and animal pens, Brick House for Dogs by Team IWMM. Next, we've got this. This is the BR Water Tank by Dayton, Henrique. 0.42 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. I think the water's free once you've placed it, but we do have a tanker over there which we're going to test it with in a little while. This you'll find under placeables and miscellaneous. It's 20 grand. I mean, there are quite a few different water options, but it might be you're looking for a particular style. Maybe this is the thing you're looking for. So yeah, 20 grand. Slot count comes down from 2 to 1, so it wasn't particularly high on the slot count. Anyway, that's by Dayton Henrique. Next, we have got this, the Pioneer Silo. Now, we've had 2 new maps pop up today, and as far as I can tell, they're still on the mod hub. One is Bickler Farm by Bernie SCS. The other is Pioneer Map by, I want to say, Granjeiro, Gamer, Lostgamer, and Vergamini Modding. This Pioneer Silo is by the same modders, so I'm assuming it's kind of part of that map, I think. It's 150,000 litre, it's 5.56 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It's a multi-fruit silo. You'll find it under placeables and silos, and it's 25 grand. So for 150,000 litres multi-fruit, 3 slots, 25 grand. It's not bad at all, really. You put into the silo around the back here, and you take out at the front. I haven't taken anything out of it yet, but nice bit of detailing, something a little bit different, isn't it, than your sort of standard silos. Not sure why the bags are on the conveyor belt. Like I just thought the sandbags were a sort of temporary silo and everything was piled up inside. It's kind of what I thought, but it's filling up, it's working. Multi-fruit silo, Pioneer Silo by Granjeiro, Gamer, Lostgamer, and Vergamini Modding. There we go. That works out just fine. Next, we have got the GB Shed Pack by GBModding. 18.19 megabytes to download. There are 4 in this pack. We have got Shed 1, Shed 2. So this is Shed 1. Shed 2 is around there. We'll have a look in a minute. There. We've then got a storage shed behind, and we've got a drive-through shelter barn building just there. Nice detailing, nice weathering. An old rusted one here. This one, I'm going to say it doesn't have lighting. I don't think this one has lighting on it. Nice large size, plenty of room. The next one is the shed number 2. Again, kind of rusty design, a bit more open-sided. Something kind of probably more for bales, that kind of thing. But again, machinery, anything you want to place under it. Then we've got this one is, I'm sure this is on 6 ashes. Maybe that one is as well. It just looks very familiar to me. This is the storage shed. This one does have lighting. Again, nice brickwork, nice design. Looks a little bit newer. Not as much rust and stuff on that one. And then we've got the drive-through just here, which doesn't have lighting either. Nice looking building as well. These you'll find under placeables and sheds. So the old shed, I'll do the slot counts first. So shed 1 is 6 slots. Shed 2 is 3 slots. Storage is 8 slots. Drive-through is 5. Price, as you can see, 2,750, 2,500, 25 grand, 15 grand, respectively. Nice set of barns, sheds, buildings from GBModding. Next, we've got the Joskin trailer. I thought it was a slurry tanker to start off with. I thought, well, we've got loads of these sort of Joskin tankers, but it's not. This is a Joskin tanker by IWMM ABP team, 0.78 megabytes download, 1 slot on console, and 32,000 litres. This will do water or milk. So I think that's pretty handy. 32,000 litres, not a bad size, not a bad capacity. You'll find it under tools and animals. 16 grand. So slot count's good, capacity is good, price is good. Can't go wrong, really. There are no options available. You get it as Joskin galvanised and the yellow and green. And what we'll do now, because I haven't tested out the water tower yet, we'll take it around to the front of the water tower and let's put some water in it. We do have a few tankers, sort of 7,000-8,000 litres. Then we have the ones that are 25,000, which are the swivel axles. This is a nice compromise. This actually is the same capacity as some of the original tankers, like the 32,000. There you go. Press L3. We are filling up with water. Excellent. Oops, hang on, wrong one. There we go. So that's the Joskin tanker by AWMModding ABP team. Next, we have got the Claas Jaguar 900 Type 498. Now, I said this in yesterday's mod review, and it turned out the Same and Lamborghini pack we had already had out. I don't know why that was saying it was new yesterday. It's still showing as new, but apparently we had already had it. I thought we'd already had this one. However, I don't remember the actual Jaguar logo. And I think one of the camera angles as well, but I could be wrong. It might have been out before, but it should be new. 29.84 megabytes download, 39 slots on console, fairly high. This is by MB3D Modeling STv-Modding. It's a forage harvester, very nicely made. Like I said, with a few nice details. Nice long pipe which sits very, very high as well, so no problem getting into those hard to reach trailers. Now, a lot of people ask when I do forage harvesters, that's great. What trailers does that hook up to? I'll be honest, there are so many trailers in game. I couldn't really realistically go through all of them to check, but there are a few different mods available in game that allow you to hook forage harvesters up to most trailers. There are also a selection of trailers, including some sugarcane ones standard and that kind of thing, that will hook up to this. Or there's a Flegel Dolly mod, which I always found always hooked up no problem, so you can hook semi-trailers and stuff up to the backs of these as well. But anyway, back to this. You'll find it under Vehicles and Forage Harvesters. So, 255,000 for the base models. When you look at the ones from the Claas pack, the Jaguar 980 and the 960 TerraTrack, 374 grand, 476 grand. So 255,000, not bad. But that is the base model, to be fair. We can change the main colour to black. The rim colour to a whole selection on there. I went for the grey matte. I quite like that as an option, but if you want to stick for more kind of Claas colour, you absolutely can. The green bit on the side there that's still in the Claas colour, if you go down to design, that says white at the moment, but you can put that on colour, which makes the whole thing then black and white. If you want to go down that route, you could then change the rim colour maybe to black as well, and you could really mix it up. I'm going to put it back on that because I like that, and let's put that back to white. Now we've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, miters and back. On the Trelleborg we've got standard, wides and weights. Now I'm assuming with the wides and weights it either puts weights on the insides of the hubs or fills the tyres with water, which sometimes they do, because there's no weights actually showing, but it does say wides and weights. Back to standard. Under Michelin, standard, wides, wide tyres and weights, back to standard. Then miters, we've got standard and wides. I don't think we have wide and weights on that one. Then the white and colour design I've already shown you. Then engine setup, we've got 516 horsepower. So you're looking at base model area here. Then you've got 585 horsepower, 626 horsepower, 775 horsepower, 884 horsepower, or 925 horsepower. That's crazy. But even 925 horsepower only puts the price at 285,800. That's pretty impressive. And then back to 516. 925 horsepower. Anyway, yes, very cool indeed. So this will hook up, I think there are some jigsaw puzzle pieces. It does say the Orbis and a couple of other headers. Generally speaking, most forage headers work fine on most forage harvesters. Some can be a little bit finicky. So again, that would be something you might have to kind of look at. But lights, nice selection of light options. Pipe out, as you can see, really nice and high and nice and long. And that does have a light on it, so we go back again. There's our lights, and press it again. We get the light option on the back there. Beacons, horn. It sounds great too. I like this one. Whoa, that was a bit of a tip there, wasn't it? Yeah, we got a bit of a... don't turn too sharply with the pipes out on this. You shouldn't be, realistically. But camera angles, first person, nice and tidy in cab, but this is the one I like. Look at that. We've got the pipe. And if we go to a trailer, let's go back to that. Oh, mind you, well, it might still go. No, I've still got something in it. Let's go like that. Let's swing towards the trailer. No, it's because there's something in it. I was hoping that was going to go, but yeah, interesting camera angle that. Bit of movement on it as well. That'd make for some great shots when you're recording and stuff. But anyway, go back to that. Pipe in. Nice forage harvester that. The Claas Jaguar 900 Type 498 by MB3D Modeling STv-Modding. Next up, and the last of the mods for today, is the TLX 3500 series by 82 Studio. Now this does say in the description, the 3500 series pickup, the big brother is here. The TLX 2020 set a standard in versatility. The TLX 3500 elevates that concept exponentially. I mean, whoa, look at that. Just, whoa. Amazing. That's in a more standard version with a flatbed section. So there's a pickup section, flatbed section. Now, I always preface my looks at 82 Studio mods with I'm likely to miss an option here or there because there are normally hundreds, and this is no exception. So I say more standardized version there with the flatbed, and then a slightly more kind of off-road adventure type, you know. Wow. Like I say, it has got some nice features as well though. So you'll find it under vehicles and cars. TLX 3500 crew cab, base price 28,000. This is 62.34 megabytes to download. It's 16 slots for the first one, which as you can see then comes down to 1. Options available then. Let's start with the base model. We can change the rim colour, and as with most TLX mods, there are a ton of options where you've got threes, you've got a sort of standard colour, fairly flat, you've got a satin, and there's normally a chrome, but I think it might be a more sort of almost a gloss finish. But then you've got your, across the top, you've got your metallics, your stainless steel, dark steel, aluminium, chrome, polished. Then you've got these ones, Chrome Affection 2, Copper Affection, and then Copper Affection 2. So there's a whole load of options on there. Same thing goes for main colour. Tons of options to choose from on there. Let's go for that, for example, which does the top section. The bottom section, that strip underneath, is your design colour. So you can match it or mix it up if you want to. Let's say go with that. Your choice. Then we come to wheel brand. So we've got stock, work wheels, sport, all-terrain, off-road, off-road beadlocks 1, off-road beadlocks 2, off-road winter, mud terrain, and then swamp masters. So, because I want to try and make sure I get all of the options in, under stock, we have standard, Nokian, twins, what looks like twins Nokian, but another twin option, back to standard. Under work wheels, standard, wide, twins, back to standard. Sport, we've got street, Nokian, sport twin, twin, back to street. Under all-terrain, standard, wide, sport, wide. Is that bead locked? Looks like it. Then twins, sport twins, back to standard. Off-road, a lot of these are similar options, they're just different sort of tyre, obviously the different tyre choices. Wides, twins, sport twins, standard. Then we've got the bead locks, red bead locks to start off with. Bead lock 2, which is the black bead locks. Same options as we go through the tyres. Off-road winter, same thing, just with chains on. Now those appear to be the actual chains are the same colour as the rim colour. So whatever colour you choose for your rim colour is what colour the chains will come out at. Then the mud terrains, mud 1, mud twins, then mud twins 1, back to that, and then the swamp masters, swampers 1, swampers twins 1, so it's with or without bead locks, back to swampers. So yeah, a few different options for tyres. Then special editions, there's a standard, there's metalized, black bell, copperhead, silver bullet, which is more of a chromed and back to standard. Then bumpers. Actually, what I'm going to do, let's go back to metalized and you can see the bumper a little bit better. So we've got standard, off-road, off-road 1, off-road 2, which puts these much wider sections on. Off-road, what did I say? Off-road 3, off-road 4, extreme, which I love, back to standard. Let's put the extreme on. Now that's interesting, because we go back to that and then that. Oh, then we go through all the options but coloured. So I couldn't, my mind went blank earlier and I couldn't remember how come I still had a black bumper, but on one of the previous options I'd managed to get a coloured one. So when you go through all those options and you get to extreme, you then go to the standard colour choice. So whatever your main colour is, you've then got all these options again but in the colour of the bumper. Extreme main, then we go to the design colour and we go for the same options again, so you can mix and match all of those. I said I was likely to miss an option. There we go. And I think then it goes back to standard. There we go. Right, so let's leave it on that for the time being. Attachers, standard and front plough attacher. So you can put a front plough attacher on there. There's a few different 82 Studio mods that will take those snow packs and salt spreaders and various different things. Then lighting, we've got standard. Spotlights on the front there. LED lights, which are squared ones, back to standard. I'm going to put spots on for the time being. Then this one, headlights, standard, blue. Now this changes the colour of the headlights. Red, green, orange, purple, back to standard. And then we go to fenders, standard, thin, wide, thin main, wide main, thin design, wide design, and off. I'm going to put one wide design because why not? Then we've got a 7.3 litre V8 diesel at 480 horsepower or a supercharged 6.2 litre V8 which takes up to 620 horsepower and gives you that lovely little scoop on the bonnet. Then emblem. Now we've got standard, TLX. Now this is for lighting up the emblem. There's the TLX emblem just behind that bumper and the grille there on the front grille. Then you've got TLX 3500, which is on the side. Then you've got both TLX and TLX 3500. You'll see those in a moment. And then back to standard. Then we've got mirrors, standard or wide. If you're going to be towing something, a large vehicle, or you just want bigger mirrors, you can. And then extras, we've got standard, side steps. You can see those little, let's take them off again. So side steps, snorkel, then you can have roof rack, then combinations. So combo 1 is side steps and roof rack. Combo 2 is side steps and snorkel. Combo 3, roof rack and snorkel. Combo 4 is all, which I think I went for. So quite a few options for the main vehicle, as you can see, going through all the different tyres and all different things. Now, like I say, I may have missed something. If we then go to tools and miscellaneous, we've got the two backs that come with this, TLX 3500 pickup bed and flatbed. Now these are, I wrote it down on my sheet of paper, pickup bed and flatbed, and then didn't write down what the slots were for these. They're not very high. I think maybe 5, I want to say, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So the pickup bed, again, all the different colours we can pick and choose, mix and match. However you want to go about it is entirely up to you. Design colour, main colour, again, it's however you want to go about it. Then our options are rack. Hang on. Why did this do this to me? There we go. Rack with LED. Roll bar. Roll bar 1. Roll bar 2. Back to standard. Each of those has got the gooseneck attacher in the back there, regardless of what you go for. I think I might have gone for roll bar 1. I think so. Right, so we've then got special editions. We go for the same options: metalized, black bell, copperhead, silver bullet, back to standard. Lighting, spotlights or LED lights, unless you've gone for the option on roll bar that's got the actually, will it do both? That's probably not. So rack with LED, will it let me? Hang on. Oh no, it takes the option off. Right. Yeah, takes the option away. Okay, well, so you can have spotlights or you can have LED lights depending on your roll bar option. Then bumper on the back, we've got standard, off-road, standard main colour, off-road main colour, standard design colour, off-road design colour, back to standard. Fenders for twins, thin, wide, and then we go through the colour options again. Main colour, design colour, off again. Then emblem, standard or El Toro on the back. Oh, El Toro glow if you want it to glow. And those are the options on there. I said there were a lot of options. And then the flatbed, main colour again, mix and match, pick and choose. Special editions are there as well. Metalized, black bell, copperhead, silver bullet, back to standard. I think I went for metalized. Lighting, emergency light bar, spotlights, LED lights. Then fenders, again, or actually with this one we've got twins or standard. So depending on whether you're running duals on there, you can. Then options, service rack, so you can have it like that, or a service rack. Now actually the service rack adds 3,500, but I don't think it adds in, it doesn't have the option for adding fuel or anything like that. It's just to make it look more like a service bed, I think, if you want it. Then side rails, yes or no. Those side rails, well, you'll see the option in a moment, can be folded down if you want to. So quite a few options to choose from. Let's hop into this one. Hook up the flatbed. Now, when I said about the lighting, you can have TLX like that, and then you got, and this one went for purple lighting, as you can see, and then the spotlights. But let's turn the engine off and let's do that again. And I'll show you from the side, because if you go for TLX and the 3500 logo on the side, when you start it up, hang on, that happens. The ball lights up, then the 3500 gradually lights up and then goes off again. So it's only when you start the car up, or the van, truck, when you turn the engine off, it does it again. It lights up, then after a few seconds, goes off again. How cool is that? I like that. I mean, it's a small thing and probably irrelevant to farming, but I like it. So lights, purple around the outside. So there's a whole load of options to choose from. I went for the strobe bar on the rear bed. As you can see, we've got straps on the rear bed, and there is a gooseneck ball on there. Now, do straps on, straps off. Open up the help menu. L1 left on the D-pad opens cover. That does those sidebars. So if you're loading pallets and stuff on, it might make it a little bit easier, or bales or stuff you want to slide on. So we'll do that. And then R1 and right stick side to side raises and lowers the ball attacher. So depending what trailer and depending what suspension setting you've got this on, you can raise and lower that to make it a little bit easier for hooking up trailers and equipment onto the back of it. Turn that off. Interior, nicely detailed. Mirrors at work. Very nicely as well. Whoa, who put that there? If we just turn the lights on, you get like a sat-nav screen come up as well. Right, that's the standard one. Let's hop out. I don't know why that's made me smile so much. Let's get into the beast. Now this one, the truck bed in the back. I don't know if I went for glow for the old Toro. Did I? I did, look. Now what we have got, under L1 and right stick side to side, we can slide that gooseneck attacher. Then R1 and side to side, we can do the rear hitch like we can on the other one. So you can bring that right down, because it's very, very high. If you're towing trailers, so they're not at silly angles, you do that. So it's still useful. We can undo that. And we do have straps across the back as well for putting stuff in, if you want to strap things in. Now lights on this, because I went for spotlights on the front and the spotlights on the top. Let's turn those on. Turn that off. That's brilliant. And a little bit mad at the same time. But unlike some of the vehicles, now this reminds me a little bit of the Santana, the Land Rover mod. The suspension on this is crazy. Look. Look at that. That's fantastic. Look at the suspension travel on it. Something more suited to Snow Runner. But anyway, got to say that. It doesn't have straps on the roof racks, not. Does the roof rack have straps? No, it's just the back, isn't it? Interior, same. Lights on, we get that kind of sat-nav look. Yeah. It makes the TLX 2020 look like a child's toy. I could drive around this for hours, especially with suspension like that. I think I've covered everything on it. I hope I have. 82 Studio, if you're watching. If I've missed anything, I do apologise. But wow. Very nice indeed, the TLX 3500 series by 82 Studio, which brings me to the end of the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.